Hello and welcome to all you Librans. For those of you who have the Sun in Libra, who have an Ascendant in Libra, or who have the Moon in Libra. This is applicable for you, the horoscope for 2018, the whole year of 2018. I was so curious what's going to happen in 2018, so I decided to do already. I know it's early, but you know, it's in my mind. I watched it, I looked it up yesterday, so now that's still in my mind. I want to give you a bit of an overview what's going to happen in 2018 for you Libras and what kind of areas of life that are activated. Of course, these are general horoscopes. Never forget that. If you really are serious about wanting a reading, then get in touch, of course. But if you want to learn about astrology, or if you're like me, a bit curious what's going to happen for everyone, then this is the video for you. There are some shifts happening next year, and a good one for you, certainly when it comes to relationships, is having Uranus not in your 7th house anymore, but shifting towards Taurus in the 8th house. I say it doesn't mean to say that Uranus in your 7th house was bad or anything, no, but it was exciting to say the least, and it could have been a bumpy ride when it comes to relationships, because Uranus in your opposite sign really means that you're learning a lot about your own freedom through maybe not having any freedom. You see what I mean? You're learning that from another person. These lessons are learned now, of course, I mean in general, and that Uranus is working now in your 8th house and forming, and this is different, forming a beautiful trine to your 4th house with Saturn there. So Saturn also shifts from Sagittarius into Capricorn, and that is a key area of your life. So you're going to have Saturn, the planet of structure, the planet of sometimes restriction, but it's now in your 4th house and connecting very well with Uranus in the 8th. So that could be real estate. That could be that because it's a beautiful trine, and especially around, the trine is actually happening around August, September time of 2018. But the whole year you've got these two planets working there in the house of your house, literally, the 4th house. And on another level, it's not for everyone the house, it's also your emotional stability. And the 8th house, which is the resources that you share with someone else. Could be your lover, it could be business partners. So there is like stability versus newness going on there. So what I mean by that is that there is changes going on, yes, but it's nice, and it's not that you have to destroy everything in order to get into some new energy. No, it's like you keep a bit of the old and you take in the new as well. It's a beautiful connection there. But of course, Saturn in your 4th house of could mean for a lot of you, certainly the people who have a birthday in September can feel Saturn on their sun sign, which means that they could feel restricted when it comes to their home. They could feel restricted when it comes to their emotional stability, and a bit alone actually. But again, use that not as feeling the victim there, but use that as, okay, I need this to have more backbone and to stand up for myself, because that's basically what it's all about, and to have a bit more boundaries with me and my family. So that's the positive side of that Saturn there in your 4th house. It's a complete restructure, and Pluto is already there as well. So this is not new what I'm saying here, because Pluto is also a bit of a restructuring energy. But this year it should go a bit better than last year, because Pluto now is making nice flow energy with Jupiter in your 2nd house. So there could be for you during the year of 2018 really houses that are going to be sold, a new property that is going to be bought in a very positive way, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, and in your 2nd house of money, literally money, it could mean that you gain money because of that. And that Jupiter is quite good connected as well with Neptune in your 6th house of your day-to-day work, and of your health as well. So when it comes to emotional stability, when it comes to your family and actually your roots and where you live and all of that, it's still a bit of could be a bit of a restrictive time, but there is more smoothness going into it, and that comes because of that Jupiter there and that good connection with Neptune. So there is a bit more emotional contentment, so to speak, with how the situation is, because you can make easier some changes a bit in a magical way. Why do I say a magical way? Sometimes, for instance, when you want to buy a house or you want to sell a house, you only need to have one person that goes into contract with you, and it's that kind of magic that could happen, that you think that nothing's going to work, you think that nothing's going to happen, and all of a sudden a bit of magic happens. And these times of a bit of magic happening could be around January, April, September time, that's Jupiter-Pluto working together, and May, August time, that's Jupiter-Neptune working together. So it's certainly, when it comes to those hard times of restructuring who you are on a very deep level, it's going to be smoother in 2018, which is good news. It's still going to be hard work. It's still going to be a work and a process. So I can only say trust the process, and embrace that restructuring, and don't fight it. Don't fight it. And the fact that you have to do some things alone when it comes to your home, when it comes to your emotional stability, and that no one can actually help you, is an asset, and is actually there to get you stronger, to get you more into your own power. That's the whole thing, actually. So there's a big reward, but it's some work that needs to be done. So what else here? Yes, when it comes to health and when it comes to work, with the Neptune there and beautifully aspecting the Jupiter, you could, for instance, gain a bit more money when it comes to work if you do something that has to do with compassion, that has to do with spirituality, that has to do with artistic things or with beauty, because of that beautiful water trine happening between Jupiter and Neptune. So creative, being, if you say, I haven't been able to be creative last year or whatever, or a long time, you could get more creative, more inspirational when it comes to work. So on a work level, it looks good, it looks more money, more rewards, more confidence as well, with Jupiter in your 2nd house, but that's comes with crisis because it's in Scorpio. And if you can make some shifts that you can include in your work area, a bit more that, you know, beauty or artisticity, or a bit more, you know, that kind of creativity and inspiration, if you can put a little bit more effort there, things will go way more smoothly. And I don't even think you will have to put effort into that it will come to you, because it's a trine. So, and as I said, when it comes to relationships, it seems a bit less bumpy. So, and that's what Librans like, don't they? Because, you know, to tell you the truth, Librans, a lot of Librans have had very tumultuous relationships with Uranus there in the 7th house. It hasn't always been easier, because the only and the one thing that a Libra wants is peace and enjoyment. And of course, with Uranus in your 7th house, it's not really easy to attain that. So that seems smoother as well. So lots of interesting configurations for the Librans. I wish you all the best. I wish you a very, very good year in 2018. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you want a personal reading, just get in touch. Bye-bye.